I only make the shirts in the one size because I wear them in case I don't get rid of them. But like, people donate a penny, nickel, any donation at all, I let them tag the RV. Kids tag it and all. The kid tags, you can tell them.
Yeah.
And if they happen to make a $20 donation, I let them pick out a T-shirt or hat or a flag. I very seldom have the hats and flags because I don't make them. I have to buy them. Yeah. And if someone gives me a real good deal, I'll get a few here and there. But the shirts I do actually make. But yeah, the thing is, I give them my autograph. There's only one place in the world you can get that.
That's right.
And that's pretty much it.
Really
just like I'm not
everything you're doing, man.
I'm not a vet, but a veteran friend of mine that gave me the Marine flag. That's his personal flag. He sent me $20 and I put that cross up there that he wanted.
That's awesome.
And he said, "Hey, why haven't you been flying the veterans flags?" And I told him I would next time I set up. Well, I broke down. And now this is the first time that I've set up. And so now this month, I'll fly the veterans flags. I'm not a vet, but I am their voice.
We really appreciate it, dude. Really.
Hey,
thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Just sign that petition. That's the main thing.
For sure. Thank you, dude.
Yep. Yes, sir. Bye-bye, little one.
You have a good day, buddy.
You too, my friend. Thank you. Hey, I wasn't ignoring y'all there on YouTube there. Or not trying to ignore you anyway. But I'm out here doing what I do best, or I hope what I'm doing best right now. Otherwise, it's all for nothing, right? Nobody belongs in jail for weed. And we need it federally legalized. And that's what my channel and all that's about. I'm doing really good. I'm out here able to tell people about cannabis, and to be able to, blessed to be moving on. Let's put it that way. Blessed to be moving on. I'll probably leave Joplin tomorrow because Joplin's seen a lot of me, just like said Springfield and Bentonville, Arkansas. So it's time to get out of them areas. I'm headed towards Wichita, Kansas next. I'm going to see if I get Walmart to buy me a new engine. Yeah, I think I got a pretty good case to get them to buy me probably a new engine and transmission. Not brand new, but yeah. So let's go find out, while I'm waiting for winter to come and go so I continue my journey to Florida, to DC, to Arizona. We'll make it a part 1 and a part 2. Why not? Hey, hit the like button, tap the screen a couple times if you would, make the channel get big, not for me, but so I can tell everybody about the petition, like when I'm not on the road and stuff. And a lot of people, I'll never be able to see you. Not my fault, but hit that button and follow along in the journey. Subscribe to the channel and share it. Hit the like button. Good afternoon, Glenn. How you doing? Sammy, I'm great. All right. Yeah, check all fluids. Absolutely. Where is his mouth? Why do you care where my mouth is? Are you going to buy me something to eat? Huh? I'm fine. Well, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's better to serve humor in life than hate. So thank you. I'm glad I'd make you laugh, because to me it's better to spread humor than hate, So thank you for the compliment, my friend. Thank you. I like to make people laugh. I do. I'm not a Robert Williams, or never would be, or as great as that. But if I can make someone laugh in a day, it brings joy to my heart, because I like to make people laugh. So thank you for that. Yeah. Oh, I know, Frankie. I know. And man, yeah. Where am I from? Well, I grew up in Florida. I live coast to coast. My home for retirement is in Black Canyon, Arizona. But the last 11 years, I've been traveling around, going state to state to state, fighting to get our cannabis prisoners out of jail, because they're not letting our federal prisoners out. Some states let the state ones out, but nobody's letting all the federal prisoners out, and they should have already been out. And we need it federally legal for everybody, everywhere. If the state don't want it, okay. But under federal level, they should have no business in cannabis. It's a God-given herb, and the federal government don't have a right to take away a God-given herb. Not at all. Hey, it's my granddaughter's fault. My youngest granddaughter. I got 6 wonderful grandkids, and my youngest one back in like 2020 said, "Grandpa, don't shave. Don't cut none of your hair." There you go. And I wouldn't trade it for nothing. I never wanted long hair in my life or a beard or nothing. I mean, I used to have a little bitty beard because I was lazy to shave, like to shave like once a month or something. But yeah, never wanted a beard or long hair. And look, here I am. Yeah. So it'll grow until the day I'm gone. She's told me I can cut it now if I want, but I kind of like it. Well, I hope everybody's doing okay. Anybody got any questions or comments? Like what the heck I'm doing, what's the channel about, or anything? I'm more than happy to answer people. I get new people all the time, which I really appreciate that. Um, been on the road for 11 years fighting for everybody's rights to cannabis. I have a mobile billboard called the Cannabigo. No, probably sometime tomorrow. Probably sometime tomorrow. Um, yeah, I'm gonna spend the night and probably tomorrow morning or something. Um, I haven't decided. I got to look at the map tonight and all and everything. I'll know. I'll probably know on the 7 o'clock live tonight and be able to tell where I'm going, because I haven't even looked at the map yet or whatnot. It would be way out of the way to go up to my friend Doug's and stuff, and then down through Topeka and all. But half of me wants to, the other half says no. I can just cut over here at the bottom and save, 150 miles or better. That's probably the way I'm going to go, because I don't have hardly any fuel. I'm hoping on picking up donations along the way to get fuel. Yeah, I'm sweating going to have enough money for the rest of the month just to have food, and I know I won't have generator gas. So I got to be really careful all the dollars I spend right now. I do. Is that a car wash? Oh yeah. Yeah, it's a big car wash across the street. Zip Suds or something like that. No, I didn't see nothing about a girl getting stabbed. No, no, none. I don't watch or follow news and stuff, so. Weak men create hard times. Bullshit. Bullshit. That's plain bullshit. Making the dollar not worth nothing and taking people's money away and all that, that's what makes hard times. The control of the government and shit, outreach from the government is what makes hard times. My channel's not about all that. My channel's about cannabis and cannabis alone. And I'm not going to debate you about anything else. So we're back. Go back wherever you come from. You don't have my channel's interests. And sorry, folks, anybody want to go follow them or whatever the hell they're trying to say or whatever, go for it. I believe in peace, love, and cannabis. I don't believe just Black Lives Matter. I believe all lives matter. I don't buy into that bullshit about black, white, red, blue, gay, Jew, nothing. Human beings on planet Earth. That's all we are. Human beings, planet Earth. Get over it if it's flat. Get over it if it's round. Get over it if it's a pyramid. Ain't none of you seen it. Ain't none of you know. Get over it. Human beings, planet Earth. The only thing you know is what you've been told. Me, I study and meditate and everything, and I know what I know. I know what they taught me is a bunch of lies. To me, NASA stands for never a straight answer. They called on a telephone and talked to the moon. Shit, they can't call it on a damn cell phone nowadays. The stupidity of, let's see what. Hey, I like that. Oh man, I'm a lot like you. I remember that song. Thank you for bringing back a good little memory right there. Thank you, thank you. Hey, why don't y'all hit the screen? There's 18 of you. Double tap, whatever. Excuse me. I'm just your average cannabis advocate. Been on the road for 11 years, fighting, going on 12, fighting for your rights to cannabis and hemp. You ain't a stoner if you never used a can. I don't use these for drinking. I use them for cannabis. Anyhow, nobody belongs in jail for weed. Sign the petition at 420gem.com. It also is asking for federal legalization. Anybody can sign it. I don't care if you've got convictions or whatever. It don't matter. Anybody can sign it. Sign and share that petition. Get our voice out there and let everybody know. Would you please? Oh, man, hey, Sammy, I understand, you know, and the people that can't help financially, they can always sign and share that petition, which is the main thing, and sign and subscribe to this channel. That helps because now, tomorrow, I can reach more people and more people. Last night, off my live, I got 127 new subscribers. So, you know, people telling and sharing and helping me spread the message, you know. And if people want to interact and learn stories and hear stories about hey, if I see them, I'm more than happy to answer them. But when I start getting 200 people in here and stuff and it goes by so quick, I can't even read them or nothing. That's why I just ignore all the trolls and stuff anymore because, hell, it's funner just to ignore them and hit a message here and there. But see, it's not about me, but we do need to build the channel and all because no one belongs in jail for weed. And what better way than to use YouTube and TikTok? You know, Facebook don't like me. TikTok's going to ban me soon. As soon as I get real popular on that usually bans you. Unless you get super, super popular. And then it won't. But there's that middle in between. Yeah, they're going to get rid of you. Maybe they've changed. I doubt it. But YouTube, has been the best. So subscribe to the YouTube channel. They call it ringing the bell, the little bell there. If you thump that or press that, it should turn on the notifications. I'm getting ready to head back over into Kansas where it's illegal. So follow me on the journey. If I get pulled over, illegal search, any of that stuff, it'll be live. And you can just, be right there with me if you have that notification turned on. Hopefully everything goes fine and dandy, but days are changing. What's my age? I'm sorry that I haven't paid attention to that when I was rambling. I'll be 67 in December, my friend. No, I'm not from Poland. Why? Does that matter? What's up? You only wish I was your uncle. Don't you want an uncle just like me? Huh? That'd be a cool song. Somebody ought to write that about 420 Jim. By the way, that's my legal name. Got the driver's license, social security card and stuff to prove that one. Don't you want an uncle just like me? Why? Because I own one of the coolest billboards traveling across the United States of America right now. Yeah, maybe you think so too. I call it the Cannabago. And I travel across the United States reminding everybody that no one belongs in jail for weed. And we need federal legalization. Oh, I like sativa better. I'm a sativa guy. Yeah, sativa over indica. I don't do the in the couch. Hey, please sign the petition at 420gem.com. And if I'm not responding to your comments, it's because I can't see them. When I get out here this bright light, I can't. My phone glares. There's our veteran flags. I'm not a vet. I support and love our veterans. Mr. Sean asked me to fly the veterans flags, and I told him next time I set up I would, and boom, I did. And of course, that was yesterday. I'm going to do them all month at least for him. His flag is right there by his cross. Isn't that cool? He gave me that flag, and he also donated for that cross. Isn't that funny how that worked out? But yeah, I could use a little bit of help getting some fuel. I want to make Wichita, and I barely got enough to get out of town. I was hoping to pick up some donations yesterday and today. And that's why I'm probably not going to stay tomorrow, because 2 days and nobody coming out tagging the RV or anything. Yeah, it tells me that setting a couple more days probably ain't gonna help. I need to get on over to the illegal states where, like here, I was doing a TikTok live and somebody come by and give me half a joint, a roach. Of course, I can't smoke it on TikTok, so I just showed the RV while I was smoking the roach. That happens, But sadly, they don't put nothing in a fuel tank. I mean, I like getting stoned, especially seeing that I was without the last 3 weeks, not even hemp flower or nothing. So when I got some real hemp flower yesterday and today, oh yeah, good and stoned. See, that's the roach from what was handed me. Oh, let me catch up on messages. I see one that says Uncle Jesse. That's some. Yeah, in the couch, indica. That's not the first time you heard that one, have you? Indica's in the couch. Yeah, in the couch. That's how I could remember the difference when asked indica or sativa. And see, it's all by design, and people aren't paying attention. And see, don't get me wrong on this, but it's all designed by our government, just like they do. First, you couldn't have it. For many, many years, we couldn't have it. They kept it a medical, no medical value for all these years, and they still say under federal law there's no medical value, which we know is a lie. In the states, they're selling false medicine and stuff. Then, you know what I mean? Hey, how you doing? How you doing today?
Oh, just checking out your daily stuff, bro.
Well, nobody belongs in jail for weed.
Yeah.
I travel the United States, and hopefully people will scan the QR or go to 420gym.com.
Damn it, too bad I don't have fun right now.
And, well, you just remember my name, 420 Gym.
420 Gym?
Yeah, that's my name. Look it up, and the petition will pop right up. And when I tell you my name's 420 Gym, 420 Gym.
That's Foxy. Foreign, by the way.
Nice to meet you, sir.
Nice to meet you, man. Think you could possibly toss up a bowl of weed over here, maybe?
Oh, I wish I had a bowl.
It's all good.
Yeah. Yeah, you know Missouri made marijuana's right there.
I know, I wish I had come out, you know.
Oh, I hear you, but heck, yesterday I'd been 3.5 weeks in Bentonville, Arkansas, broke down and whatnot. Had nothing. That not even somebody come by and share nothing with me. So yesterday morning I got an eighth for $13 and a couple cents.
Not bad, bro.
So yeah.
One guy did the same for me like a while back, bro.
Yeah.
But you got me an eighth, and I believe that was it. And I think it cost me enough change to get something to drink, I think, too, maybe. It's been a minute. But I think my bill help come with like a fountain over there, maybe.
What's that now?
Think my bill help out with a fountain, maybe, bro?
Help what? Who out with what?
Me with a fountain over there?
A fountain.
Yeah, a fountain drink. Again, don't worry about it.
I'm trying to get fuel to the next stop.
I feel you, bro.
You know what I mean?
It sucks to be homeless sometimes.
Oh, I hear you. Yeah, well, I'm not homeless, but I'm just driving a mobile billboard across America.
Hey, you're doing that at least.
You know?
I still count it as a home boy.
But
It's your business, man.
well, it's not a business. I spend every penny I have keeping on the road, and I just spent the last 5 days putting head gaskets on it by myself. I was broke down just in Bentonville, Arkansas, and in a parking lot, I put new head gaskets on it and all and drove it here.
You alright if I write something on your vehicle, man?
Sure, you can write something on it. Hey?
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Somewhere here.
Look around, you find a spot.
I bet.
Let me see if I can read some of these. Hit the like button. Yeah, please hit the like button, people. No, well, to me, sativa don't make me nervous and all that. See, what it is and what I was getting onto, and I forgot about, and thank you, because it brought me back to it. Indica. Now, back in the day, it wasn't sativa and indica, okay? They're the ones that come up with this and whatnot, okay? The real good weed was back in the day of the 70s. And it was a sativa. And it was a lower THC. And you could have a nice buzz and be connected with whatever you wanted to be connected with and all. Now they got this stuff that they have deliberately and hybrided, just dump massive amounts of the THC and stuff in it, whatever they're doing. That's why it's indica in the couch, and it's by design. You know, what better way than to make a bunch of zombies and stuff, you know what I mean? They bring out that stereotype about the lazy stoner and all that. But yet they're dumping way more THC into a plant. So, yeah, if that's all that's around as an indica, I'll take a hit or two. But just like dabs, 2 dabs to do. Anything over two dabs, you have a good one, will put me in a couch where I don't want to come off that couch or anything. And I don't care if it's a sativa dab or an indica dab. Let me get in where I can See now, I'm going to take my makeshift curtain down there. It's getting in the way with all that wind. Hello, I don't even know what name you called me. So if I don't know that name or can't say that name, then I'm probably not that person. I hope you had fun though. I didn't say hello to no one because, see, I just now get to read a comment. And I don't read all the comments above. If you'd ever been on my channel before, you know I can't read comments outside. He doesn't like Russia. Who are we talking about? I don't like our government. I think our government's got too much overreach and this, that, and the other. But my channel's about cannabis. And you know what? If Russia and Trump, U.S., would drop buds instead of bombs, you could bring world peace. If all of them would just sit back and smoke a big old joint or eat a giant brownie edible, we could have peace. And they want to blow shit up and do that, do it over a video game. We got some really good computer simulated programs and stuff. I mean, yeah. But I didn't mean to ignore your comment. See, when I'm outside, I can't see them. And that's why I got to come in and put these things on, which are broke. And I try and do the best I can do with what I got. That stick, please. Right on. Right on. You know, we should, it's a God-given herb that they never should have took from us. Are you homeless? Well, I don't know. I guess, would you call that a home? I don't know. There's like an air conditioning unit there. Oh, damn. The home's got driver's seat. Damn, it's got a driver's seat. So, no, I don't think I'm homeless. I think I drive a mobile billboard around the United States of America. Why, you say? Glad you asked. Because nobody belongs in jail for weed. Not one person. If they're in there jail for weed and weed alone, no other charges, then they should be free. Because nobody belongs in jail for weed. And yeah, I am homeless. I gave up my home and took this billboard across America. Does that make me a bad person? That don't make me a bad person, does it? That I gave up my home life and everything and made a mobile billboard and hit the road to fight to get our cannabis prisoners out of jail, to remind people no one belongs in jail for weed. Our Creator didn't stutter. He gave us every herb-bearing seed and just a little bit more than cannabis. We need a little Jesus. Look how marijuana Hills makes a cross. That A. Yeah, one cross, 3 nails forgiven. Look at this cross with the Jesus saves. But look at this, just like marijuana, look at the word cannabis. It makes the same cross as marijuana did. Oh yes, and let's not forget the cross that one makes. How alcohol kills. So, yeah, I gave up my home and I traded it for a different RV that burnt in 2017 because I've been doing this since 2014. And a Vietnam vet donated this one for $1,000 that I've kept on the road since, fighting for years and everybody's rights to cannabis and hemp. I'm not a vet, I'm their voice. I was asked to be their voice at a Vietnam Veterans Reunion in Indiana back in 2015. And that's it in a nutshell. So yeah, I am kind of homeless. But I'm going back home after this mission. As soon as I make it to Florida, up to Washington, D.C. from Florida, and back to Black Canyon City, Arizona, I'll be done. I won't be on the road anymore. And I hope the good Lord lets me see that whole entire journey. I was from California to Maine, you know. I've been in California with the RV. I've been in Starks, Maine with the RV. Smoke weed every day. There you go. Well, it's called the Cannabago, my friend. It used to be called the Cannabis. It used to actually be called the Cannabis. I call it the Cannabago now because I repainted it last year. But yeah, I've been on the road 11 years. Nobody belongs in jail for weed. And if you believe in that, sign the petition at 420jim.com. 420jim.com. I just paid the $25 today to keep the website up. So please go sign that petition. Share it. Get everybody to sign it. Have a voice. I've got just over 500 signatures on it now. When it hits 1,000 signatures, it will start hitting the mainstream, and they will notify Congress and Trump that there's a petition. So help me hit that 1,000 people mark, and then it'll take off on its own. I won't have to beg people to help sign. Be that first 1,000 people. Be the ones that really made it happen. Everybody after that are just, kind of followers. Be a leader. Be a leader. Help me get this petition going. One of my main trolls I've got a couple trolls, I don't know how long, but he sat by his computer waiting on it to say 499 so he could be the 500th one and send me a snapshot of him being the 500th signature on. But hey, to me, that's a win-win. He can lie about me and troll me all he wants, but I got his signature for the petition to release the cannabis prisoners. So, help me get that other 500 and get it in the mainstream where they push it, the algorithm and everything, and watch what happens. Maybe we can get federal legalization. Maybe we can get our cannabis prisoners out of jail. We won't know unless we try, right? Hey, hi back. Hello from Missouri. Oh, hey, I'm in Missouri. I'm in Joplin. How you doing? How you doing? I'm in Joplin right now. I'm headed to Wichita, Kansas starting tomorrow. I just don't know which way I'm going yet. I might figure it out by my 7 o'clock live and let everybody know which way I'm going from there. I haven't figured it out yet myself. I could either go way out of the area and go north and over, but that makes it harder because I don't have the fuel to go to either one. I'll have to depend on donations to pick up donations along the way, letting people tag the RV. And if I stay in Missouri, that's going to be hard, real hard. People want to smoke with me, but very few have change or money to donate for fuel. If I go through the Kansas way and back up, because I either go way north, over and down, or I can come up, over, and up. If I stay in the illegal state through Kansas and all that, then I'll probably have some support and people helping me. Depending. I mean, I don't know what kind of towns they are between here and there. Small town, redneck town, what? Won't know until I go, right? Oh, hey, Wichita, Kansas, 3 or 4 years ago or whatever it was. I don't want to say what year because I can't tell you, but the people that have fired up Kansas, the advocates that fight for them, they can tell you because he filmed it. I smoked a joint on the federal courthouse steps. I sure did there in Wichita, and they didn't come out and talk to me or nothing. I had a shirt on that said I declare my religious rights, yada, 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 and I smoked a joint right there on them steps. Well, lucky fella with a home on wheels, absolutely. But, you know, a lot of hard work put into keeping her on the road. And if I just wanted her as a home, I wouldn't put these thousands of miles and a wear and tear on it. I do it for the people and for a billboard. So I don't look at it as a my motorhome. I look at it as a mobile billboard, and I'm thankfully me and my dogs have a place to lay our head, because we're a 24/7 mobile billboard. People just don't realize that. I hear people walk up to it at night, giggling, laughing, taking pictures, trying to write on it. Why do you think I have all the motion lights and cameras? So it is. It literally is. Unless I'm on someone's private property or whatnot, which most of the time you don't see me do. Unless I need help, and then I put a call out. What? Normally I try and be at a Walmart that'll let you, a truck stop, a cracker, wherever, so people can see it. That's the whole idea. I want more people to see it. So if I'm hiding it or not where people can come see it and whatnot, what's the point of having it? I want them to look at the QR on the side and say, oh shit, there's where I signed. You know, click the QR and, you know, cool. Speaking of clicking, hey, if you double tap the screen and give it a like, it kind of makes the channel a little bit better, and the algorithm and stuff. I'd appreciate that, just like you signing the petition. Whoop. Yeah, like I believe that, stupid. You ain't YouTube creator shit. Watch this. How come it says I can hide this idiot from my channel? If that was a YouTube creator, you wouldn't be able to do that. They tried that stupid shit before on me. Same old stupid trolls. Hello. Oh, where'd he go? Oh. I guess he just wanted to say hello. What's up? What's up? What's up? A stone burnout fool. Thank you. A lot more educated than you, I bet, though. To call me a fool, that's really looked down upon by God, calling people fool, by the way. Yeah. Hey, good idea. Let me talk to the kin. When you said spark up, yeah. You're not a stoner if you've never used one of those. Nope. You're a wannabe. A wannabe. True stoner, don't worry. Oh, you go illuminate. Oh, you shouldn't smoke that. There's a lot of things we shouldn't do in this world, like judge people, hate people, treat people wrong, but we do it, you know. So put all that aside. Put a little love in your heart, and smoke a bowl, and the life would be a lot better. You know, if the whole world right now lit up a joint, we'd have world peace for a couple hours, and I don't see the harm in that. And you know, I said that on Texas, their not national news, but you know, the local news in Texas. I don't know if it's Amarillo or Lubbock, but I've got the video where on their channel, you know, lead story, they let me say that. If we all lit up a joint right now, we'd have world peace for 2 hours. I'm surprised they let me say that on, you know, their state TV. And that was back in 2018 that happened. True story. True story. I can't tell you whether it's this one or the next one.
ABC 7 News at 10, the Panhandle Spirit starts now.
One man is on a journey, traveling the country on a mission. You may have seen him in Amarillo today. You can't miss him, really. ABC 7's Jayla Washington joins us now live in studio with what he's up to. Jayla?
Well, Dave, for about 5 years now, Jim Stevens has been to 30 states advocating and collecting.
Now, that was my old name. The very next year, my name was changed to 420 Jim. And I've been to 38 states. And this is from 2018 when I was on the road 5 years. It's been a lot more since.
Signatures for what he calls the most beneficial message on earth. What is this exactly? I'll let him tell you. Right here on Route 66 in Amarillo, you'll find Mr. Jim Stevens and his cannabis.
I am 420 Jim.
Stevens and Activism.
And if you look, this is the same RV I'm in right now. It just has a new paint job and a new name. Same RV.
Advocate of cannabis has traveled near and far to not only educate,
Peace, love, and cannabis.
but to fight to legalize it across all states since March of 2014.
And like Mr. King, I had a vision, a motor home and a wheel. I grew up with the alcoholic mom and whatnot. I've seen what alcohol and opiates and coke and everything else does. You don't see that in cannabis.
Stevens says he believes cannabis is key to healing and or treating diseases and disorders like autism, Parkinson's, and epilepsy.
Well, it's the most wonderful medication we have on earth.
And as you might imagine, Stevens' efforts don't go unnoticed. Some
I think it's pretty cool.
agree with and even support his movement by signing his petition at 420gym.com.
And we have everybody out. The government, patients, everybody.
That's how I get around. Whether a person donates a penny, nickel, dime, dollar, or even a hug, I let them tag my motorhome.
Donations keep Stevens' journey afloat, but they also support making it more recognized.
Atlantic East Motion Pictures is putting a movie out next year about me.
A movie
And that
capping his efforts
never
that
happened.
Stevens hopes will get President Trump and Congress's attention.
Of course, that never happened. Heck, that ain't the one where they let me say, oh, here it is. This is the one where they let me say about firing up a joint.
Breaking. This is KMAX News at 10. Determined someone had to do something about the cannabis laws that do it federally. I looked at myself in the mirror that morning and said, well, I'm that person, you know.
And that person is bringing his message of legal marijuana to Lubbock tonight. Good evening, everybody. I'm Brian Mark.
I'm Lauren Motter. It is legal to smoke marijuana in 9 states now, and one man is driving across the country trying to convince the other 41. KMAX Stage Broso caught up with him on his stop in Lubbock. Jim Stevens has been on the road for half a decade spreading his message. He wants to destigmatize cannabis use and eventually have it become legal across the country.
Hell yeah.
The representative said that's unlikely in the state of Texas. As drivers rush down 34th Street on their way home from work, you probably saw an unusual bus.
It's the most beneficial plant on earth, whether people smoke it or not.
That's Jim Stevens, or 420 Jim.
How you doing?
He drives this cannabis around the country.
It's my statement in life. Peace, love, and cannabis.
He's been on the road for 5 years
Yeah, I sold everything I had and I hit the road.
and hopes his tour across America convinces others of the benefits of cannabis use.
I'd rather my grandkids smoke a joint instead of a cigarette any day of the week.
Eventually, hoping to convince the U.S. government.
Everybody just live up the joint. What with that? Woke peace for 2 hours. Don't see the harm in that.
State Senator Carl Perry believes that.
That's one of my favorite ones, is to have a clip from a major TV station like Amarillo or Lubbock, whichever one it was. And yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it. I held the very first cannabis event ever done at Mount Rushmore under the religious rights. I did a march on D.C. for my religious rights to cannabis back the last day Obama was in office. Neither one of them, taking over Pershing Park in D.C. for a day or taking over the amphitheater at the Mount Rushmore for a day, cost me or my supporters 1 penny. I did them under the Religious Rights Act. Hey, sign that petition at 420gym.com. Well, I don't know what to think about the kratom, my friend. I've heard a lot of good about it, but like anything can be abused, even cannabis now. Cannabis couldn't be abused before, but now I got to agree it can, because they've hybrided this, that, and the other, and they got all this indica, the in the couch stuff, and you know, enough's enough. They want to dumb down kids, dumb down America, where they don't, you know, that people just don't realize. Yeah. There's a such thing as too much, and why we should keep things in moderation, even cannabis. You know, that's why I'd love to have the weed back in the 70s. It gave you cotton mouth, made you, you know, consume liquids. It gave you the munchies, made you, I mean, this shit they breed now stuff, it don't do none of that. And at most, you get that high good stuff. Man, I got that. It just puts you out and makes people don't want to do nothing. You know, that's not it. Hell, we used to meet at work and smoke one in the morning for a safety meeting and go and work our asses off, whatever jobs it was, on the boat, whatever. At lunchtime, we'd all fire that one up. You know, we didn't smoke when we worked, but hell, before work, after work, during lunch, that might have happened. Hey, right on, Mitch. Sorry I haven't been paying attention to a lot of the comments. They usually go by so quick I don't see them. I've got a lady friend that was so bad on the kratom. Well, Leslie Causey, the one that turned it on me, the one I bailed out of jail, used to buy her kratom for her when she begged and stuff. And yeah, so I don't know if the kratom had anything to do with that. They're just probably being a bad person. The Orlando Orange. Well, if you're from Orlando, like Orlando, Florida, you should know all about Gainesville Green. You know anything about Gainesville Green? Well, that's all right, Mitch. It's all right to quit. I quit smoking cannabis many a times in my life. I just went through 3 weeks of not having any. And I'm 420 Jim. No, it's perfectly fine to quit weed, you know? And to see how you said you quit weed, it shows it's not that addictive like cocaine or tobacco or alcohol or none of that. Try and walk away from that shit. See what I'm saying? See where the lies come in? You yourself said you quit weed, right? Many people do. So for them to lie and say it's the most addictive of class 1 is just bullshit. Oh, I said it's good to take breaks. Have you been paying attention to what I've been saying? And that it is some strong stuff, yeah. Yeah, have you been paying attention? I've been saying what you're trying to come on here screaming saying. I appreciate that. The in the couch and whatnot. No. If I don't have nothing and somebody wants to come by and smoke with me, I'll hit it. I'm 420 Jim, you know. I'm out here fighting for everybody's rights. Yeah, I'm going to smoke it with them. But like when I got into town yesterday from an illegal state, I was over in Bentonville, Arkansas for 3 weeks with no weed. Nobody sharing, all closet smokers, because it's Walmart town. Nobody wants to be seen smoking or nothing, you know what I mean? Which I can understand. First thing I did when I got in town, soon as I got parked, I'm a half a block from Missouri-grown marijuana. I think that's the name of it or whatever, the dispensary. I'm literally half a block from it, and it's 24 hours. And so at 8:35 when I parked, by 9:45 I was walking out the back door with my little $13 and some odd cent eighth, and I've been happy ever since because I'm back in a legal state and I was allowed to smoke some. 12 hours sober, that's cool. Yeah, I'm 67 and a half. I smoked off and on. When I want to smoke, I smoke. When I don't want to smoke, I don't want to smoke. And there's times that I don't get a smoke because I have no smoke. But I don't go out and fiend or anything like that. I did drink half dozen beers last week because of, man, I needed something. I just did the head job on this RV, and I wanted something to celebrate. .420 somewhere, it's always time to smoke. Texas, y'all. I'll take a break, fella, man. Oh yeah, quitting weed is real easy. I hear quitting kratom and all that stuff is hard. I know cocaine was hard because I used to do cocaine. That was my demon. I used to say if you brought me a dump truck full, I would go back to cocaine, but no, I'm never going back to any of the man-made drug. Never. If my creator don't make it, I don't want it. If I need something stronger than a good joint, I'll seek out a mushroom. Other than that, I don't want it. If I was to luck across some pure DMT or something, hey, I might even try that, or peyote. But I don't want anything man processes, if you know what I mean. And then once they process it, they think they can do it better like they're doing with the pot and all. Yeah, they can make something stronger, but that's no longer of God. That's not his weed. It's been grown in chemicals. It's been genetically modified. It's been this and that and whatever. It's no longer, as far as I'm concerned, of my creator. Give me the old heirloom seeds, the ones you can't get no more and stuff. And the old weed. Yeah, everything got so genetically modified, or food, or everything. But right now, all you can go is for the less poisons, whether it's your food, your weed, whatever. You just go for what's got the less poisons in it. I like my weed to come out of the soil. There's still companies that put shit in the soil that's not good and whatnot. But definitely hydroponics, no, was never meant to be. That's saying they can grow plants better than our creator and all. And no, they can't. No, they can't. Their plants are of the devil. Just like, how people tell you that cannabis is the devil's lettuce? They're so full of shit, my eyes are brown. I'll tell you why in a minute. Huh. Backyard weed. Damn it! Now I forgot what I was gonna, why I said something, and I was going to explain why I said it. Damn it! Oh well, let me talk to my can a minute. Maybe I'll remember. Hi, back at you, David. Woo! Oh, I'm coming all through. I'm coming to Wichita, Kansas. I'm over in Joplin. I don't know exactly what route I'm taking. I'll try and announce that tonight at 8 o'clock. Because I got to figure out a route, call ahead, stuff like that. I like to call city halls, let them know I'm coming. Let them know some idiot trolls might be calling and making fake reports and stuff so they can be ready for that, maybe track numbers and stuff. So when I get everything planned out, I'll let everybody know where I'm going next. Right now I'm here in Joplin. If you'd, the Devil's Lettuce. Yeah, now I remember what I was talking about when you put hippie lettuce. See how good Lord works? I was getting ready to talk about the Devil's Lettuce. That's what I mentioned before I talked to my can. See, I told you I'd remember, and thank you for reminding me. Do you really think that God created a Devil's Lettuce like cannabis? No. It's cannabosum, and it was in the anointing oil. Man made money. Until William Randolph Hearst named marijuana, cannabis marijuana, everybody knew money as the Devil's Lettuce. See how all that shit changed? Now, just use common sense. Would the Creator make the Devil's Lettuce, or would man make the Devil's Lettuce? Man would make the Devil's Lettuce. It's always been money. Never has it been cannabosum. But hey, we're taught all this shit, and there's a lot of people that won't open their mind or whatever. Okay. I hate to say it, but you can't fix stupid. But one needs to open that third eye. Fluoride that they put in all of our water systems around the world coats that little rice piece of brain you got in the center of the pituitary gland. It coats it. Cannabis destroys that coating, and you start to open your inner eye. And, look around you, and man, people say, wow, you shouldn't smoke out of a can. Why not? They spray worse than what I'm getting out of this can in our air that we breathe every day, causing all the weather modification, the clouds and shit. You don't think that comes back down to earth? We live underneath a firmament. Everything that goes up eventually comes back down. Oh, peace and love, thank you. Thank you. Hey, yeah, I'm sorry if I don't get to read all the comments and see them all and react to them all. Now I'm going to take you outside and show you the outside of my billboard for the ones that haven't seen it. And you'll understand why I have this channel, what I do. If you like what you see, or if you like what I do, please hit the subscribe button, share the channel, but most of all, sign the petition. Nobody belongs in jail for weed. And you can help me by going to 420jim.com. That's 420jim.com, and simply add your name to the petition. I don't care if you're a felon or anything. It only asks 3 questions. If you have a name, an address, and an email, you can be on that petition. So there's no excuses. That's a QR for it. Or you can go to 420jim.com. Can't we all just get a bong? This is a Winnebago. So last year when I painted it, or beginning of this year you might say, I renamed it to the Cannabago. It used to be the Cannabis 2 and the Cannabis 2.4 because it had 2 different paint jobs from when I got it, and I gave it to a vet, which gave it back because, long story, you'd have to go back. It's a good one, but I'll save it for one day that we'll make a video about. I'm not a veteran. I support all of our vets. They asked me to be their voice, so Mr. Sean suggested I fly all the veteran flags, and I'm going to do them for this month. So I'll proudly fly the veterans flags. And he gave me the Marine one. He also gave me a $20 donation and put that cross on here for him. Federal petition, legalized for all. Nobody belongs in jail for weed. I let people tag the RV. Between the tagging of the RV and my retirement is how this is done. So, Anybody would like to chip in $1 or $2 for gas, I really could use it to get to Wichita. Or if you just like, share, and participate in the channels, eventually that I'll get them big enough that maybe YouTube or TikTok or whatever start paying off a couple of dollars. I actually made 1 cent on TikTok today. I did a live this after, just before noon, and I made 1 cent. I sent Mr. Will a photo of that. It says that I made 1 cent. Hey, I'm heading the right direction, right? I'd never made a cent off of TikTok until today. Now they say they owe me 1 penny. I think that's funny. Thank you. I gotta get my eyeballs, I can't see. I was trying to make out some of them messages, but my eyeballs wouldn't let me see. See, I need a new pair of these, but I can't afford them right now. It sucks. Oh, well, weed ain't a hallucinogenic, so if you think weed is a hallucinogenic, then you're full already. You're very uneducated. So don't come on here with that bullshit. You can't spell healthcare without THC. And to keep up the stigma and the stupidity that it is a hallucinogenic is a straight out lie. The only time it was a hallucinogenic was when, maybe the government, when they put PCP on it? Or no, excuse me, when they put paraquat on it? Yeah, at one of them 2 times, you could have said something about that garbage. But until someone puts something in it or genetically modifies it, you're sadly mistaken. It's never been a hallucinogenic. It's always had medical value. But if you're going by it being a class 1 narcotic hallucinogenic, no medical value, you're right. But that don't make it, just like it's never been a narcotic. And they can't prove it to be a narcotic. Get you an education before you come up here against me. Now, also, take your head out of your butt in the King James. Go look in the Hebrew Bible, wrote before the King James. Because King James has been wrote 13 different times. Go to the Hebrew Bible. Look up the anointing oil. And you'll find out that marijuana was in the anointing oil. But it was the Hebrew word cannabosum, not the word that William Randolph Hearst with his yellow journalism, not fake news like Trump yells, but the real word's yellow journalism, started in his newspapers between him and guess who? New York Times, and then the Reefer Madness, and boom, it became Cannabis. When he started a campaign about them filthy Mexicans and brought it and gave it to the blacks, and they was raping the white women and shit. Well, who brought it to George Washington, Tom Jefferson, Abe Lincoln? The aliens? It had been here long before that. How people fell for that stupid rouge, I don't know. But come on now, we're in 2025. Anybody that says cannabis is bad is uneducated or a liar. Period. So, I ask people, which one are they? If you're just uneducated, that's cool. We can educate the shit out of you. But if you're a liar, you're a liar, so I don't know. It is not a mild hallucinogenic. You're absolutely stupid to say that. I've had just about every strain there is, and it is not a hallucinogenic. You get an euphorium off of it. You don't hallucinate off of it at all. You're sprinkling PCP dust or something in where you grow. Ain't no crackpot bullshit. Oh, I used to do cocaine. I don't hide my life from nobody. I quit cocaine over 20 years ago. Other than a couple of cases of beer, I haven't had alcohol in 6 years. Quit smoking tobacco too. And you know what I've done for the last 11 years? I got closer and closer and closer and closer to my Savior, because people used to pick on me because I had a vehicle that had a green cross on it, and they got all bent out of shape because we're talking about 2014 and going through Utah and the Bible Belt and stuff. And I had this vehicle that had crosses all over it, like marijuana hills and cannabis hills and stuff. And man, did they ever freak out. So I started reading the Bible, got a lot closer to God, and I've never been any closer in my life. I know a blood sacrifice was paid to save me, and I speak the truth. I drive the country. Of course, I got trolls that's going to lie to you. That's them devils. But anyhow, here's a 1987 Winnebago Aladdin that I proudly call the Cannabago. That is my legal name, 420 Jim. Yes, I changed my name. I have no disgrace in that. My family wouldn't either. So, you know, I'm not a veteran. I fly the flags in respect for them, just like I normally fly a flag for the police and fire department and stuff. But my veteran friend that gave me that Marine flag suggested I fly the veterans flags. So I am for this month. How do you like me now? Please go to 420gym.com and sign the petition. If you're anywhere near Joplin, Missouri, you want to come by, say hi, get a photo, donate a dime, $1, a nickel, a hug, anything, and I'll give you a marker and you can tag the RB. I'd say I need fuel to get over to Wichita, get a couple things done in Wichita. I really want to be there about a month and get my cataract surgery. And I don't know, I may set me up a little GoFundMe page or something to help me out and see if people help me next month. All those people can do is ignore it if they don't want to, you know what I mean? Oh, someone being a troll. Yeah, see, their comments count. And as y'all know, I don't even pay attention to them. I don't get to see them. Oh, you don't smoke pot, especially if you call me a homeless crackhead. You know, you show your stupidity on the channel. I like it when y'all come and show your stupidity. That's why I leave it. You know, because we all know that you calling me a crackhead means you're sitting in your mama's basement hitting that pipe right now, aren't you? Aren't you? You got them 3 fingers pointing back at you. Hey, Jesus loves you. Get off the dope, man. Get off the dope. It starts by getting off the keyboard. Glass houses and such. I don't know who y'all are arguing with each other, but hey, how y'all doing? I'm 420 Jim. I travel the country fighting for yours and everybody's rights for cannabis and hemp. You know, I believe I have these, you know, that you would give to an officer claiming your rights. Worst thing you can do is talk to an officer. They're not your friend. I mean, yeah, you give them your license, you give them your registration and stuff. You abide by their, but if you was one of my club members, you'd give them one of these, declaring all your rights, even your religious rights. Now, I did these in 1922, when that was back in 22. There's a couple of people on here, I'm sure, that's got one of them, like Mr. Will, if he's here. I think Mr. Sean had one, maybe Mr. Frankie. Some of my real true supporters that's been here 8 and 10 years, they've got one. Devo 2020, thank you. Yeah, you got one, Frankie? Right on. Yeah, Will, thank you. Yeah, I thought y'all had one. I thought y'all had one. Hey, Mr. Sammy. Oh, a major troll named Dusty. uh, uh, there you go. Hey, did you see, did it tell you that I did something there, Mr. Sammy? You should be able to take care of any trolls you see. If it went, did it give you, it should have gave you permission, you know, if I don't see them, like that. Because I know that you support the channel and everything, so I just made you one of the moderators. So you should be able to get rid of them by yourself if you'd like to. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'll get rid of it. I didn't go back and look at their stupid comments, you know. It feed into it. What it is, probably, I've got a couple of idiots for 4 years now, 5 years. And, you know, it's kind of sad and pathetic. If you go look at the videos and stuff, they're all chopped up videos of mine where they try and make me look bad. Every claim they say can be proven a lie. It's just, you know, and it's really stupid. It's stalking. It's whatever. But because they say that I'm how they say it? A public figure, you know. And then, of course, the idiots that do it say it's because of my name, which Topeka police kind of proved that. But see, I'm going back to Kansas, and I'll be checking on that tort claim and stuff there for Topeka, Kansas. You can bet on that. I'm not just going there for the Walmart. I'm going to be there to have my cataract surgery, hopefully, and take care of some court business or hire some court lawyers. We're going to get the ball going is what we're going to do. And it may or may not involve the city of Topeka. All they got to do is, like I've asked them in the very beginning, and open an investigation federally, however they want to do it. I know the feds work with the states, and the states work with the Fed. I'm not an idiot. But, so, maybe that's the good Lord telling me I got to come back to Kansas. You know me? Things worked out. So something brought me back to Kansas. Like when I left Kansas and I was going to come back, you know, on the way back about the tort claim and everything, I just left Kansas. For some reason, it's bringing me back to Kansas. Of all places for the trespass to be Wichita, Kansas. So there's a lot of pirate work there bringing me back to Kansas. I know there is. And so got to head back to Kansas. Hopefully after Kansas, I only have to be there a month or a little over. Now that don't mean if I win, they're going to pay me right away. They'll make me wait a month. And hell, who knows? They might want to try and fight it. It'd be all right. But I think it's going to be too late to continue to Florida, whatever. So I'm going to have to find me a place. I mean, I should be able to find a trailer space somewhere, a camping space somewhere. You know, of course, it's going to cost me $500-600 a month. But it does me that in Arizona, if I was back in Arizona. So that's no problem. At some point, I will find me a place that I like and it likes me, and I'll pay $500-600 for the month. I'll have electricity and water and sewer and that. And when winter's over, I'll continue the journey and not have to start all over from Arizona again. I don't want to do that. I'm halfway across. I don't want to go back to Arizona. Sure, I'd like to be in my whatever, but nope. I'll spend a year out here, and then hopefully go to Florida, up to Washington D.C., and then out to Arizona, probably next year. So the journey will continue until through 26, I guess, or part of 26. I just have to take a break during winter because I don't want to put anything on the road during the winter. I grew up in Florida. I did. I grew up in Florida. Hey, yeah. Hey, and if y'all double tap the screen and hit the likes, and hey, please subscribe to the channel. Help it build up. It don't cost nothing. Turn on the notifications, because I'll be going through illegal states, and of course I got these trolls that call the cops and tell them that, you know, I'm going to hurt myself. They tell them all kinds of things to get the cops to come. I'm parked on. They can't get out of drive, and they're not even in that town. They send a dog catcher and stuff. I mean, the city saying I'm selling things. They do that stupid shit. So make sure you turn the notifications on, and then you know, I go live every time, and most of the time they're really good well, matter of fact, all the times they've been good officers and stuff. I've never gotten a ticket. They're just doing their job, you know what I mean? But at some time you'd think, wow, that's enough. They should really stop these people wasting these cops' time. And you know, they've done it in Texas. They've done it all over, you know, Arizona, everywhere. But, you know, one day maybe they'll say enough's enough and stop them. But until then, turn on the notification. That way, anytime I go live, you'll know about it. Oh, much love back. I've been in Ohio. Well, I'm in Joplin, Missouri until tomorrow. Now, I haven't decided which way I'm going. I could either do a big giant out of the way up north towards Kansas City, Missouri, and over and down through Topeka to Wichita, or I can do the southern route, which probably the southern route, because number one, I don't have any money. Oh, a lot of times I don't see a message. I see that when it says, can you see my message? Yep, good Lord willing, the creek don't rise. Quit lying, you're in Chicago. Ah, how stupid you are. How stupid you are. You make stoners look bad. Hell, I'm a stoner and I know where I'm at. I'm on South Range Road in Joplin, Missouri. Come on over here to CC's Pizza right behind me. Get you a slice. Enjoy life. Are you so lonely you sit in your mama's basement and play keyboard warrior or something there? I want to say I'm in Chicago. Chicago never looked like this. Chicago never looked like this. Oh, you like my vehicle? Thank you. Thank you. I like it too. I call it the Cannabis. And instead of harassing people on the internet and stuff like that, I travel around with a federal petition that anybody can sign. And yeah, hey, that's my name. So, you know, it's Mr. Jim to you, and you know, smart ass complaint. But hey, sign that petition, would you? Nobody belongs in jail for weed, and everybody needs a little Jesus. Wouldn't you agree? I love our veterans. I'm not a vet. I was asked to be their voice, so I'm flying their flags in honor today and the rest of this month in honor of Mr. Sean, the guy that gave me the Marine flag. I did. Sign that petition. Can't we all just get a bong, man? Never forget, Jesus saves. And everyone needs a little Jesus. And God gave me every herb-bearing seed. He didn't say except cannabis. I never said smoke pot or cannabis. Never have I. Do I? Yeah. But it's not up to you to judge. I tell you one worse. I smoke it out of a can. A double bad, huh? But if anything worse someone can prove about me, oh, so be it. He smoked pot out of the aluminum can. Yeah, because I didn't have an apple or nothing. We know you do, but oh yeah, I got bud right over here. I'm in a legal state, man. I'm sitting in Missouri. I'm not in Arkansas no more. I'm sitting in my home in the state of Missouri, and I can smoke a bud. You damn right. You damn right. Hell, the dispensaries. You gave me a softball. I bet you I could hit the side of the building. Hell yeah. And? Are you just jealous or what? Hang on, I can't see the comments. I like when the jealous ones come on here. I just went 3 weeks in an illegal state. Well, not illegal, medical, and nobody would share. Well, yeah, I'd agree that the water bongs and stuff are healthier. Red magic, I don't know what red magic is. Yeah, please sign the petition there. That's what it's about, not what I smoke pot out of. Maybe the same thing. Hey, we might have. I don't know what makes a hippie. I don't know what makes a hippie. Hell, I've had people tell me I look like Jesus, and I'm like, Jesus wasn't a white man. Jesus wasn't a white man. You got the image that man put in your head, which is cool, but you know. And hey, if they want to think that, that's cool. I hand out them little figurines, the little Jesus figurines. Man, it helps so many people, and those smiles that they bring and stuff. I wished I still had some. I think I got 2 or 3 of them maybe laying around here left, and I've had over 1,000. But no. Oh, show the ganja? Frankie, what are you gonna... What are you gonna do about the heads? Was that a temp fix? Oh yeah, well, yeah. I mean, it should be all right, and I got another bottle in case something happens, but there's nothing I can do right now. And I also have AAA. So if I find a place in Wichita that I can get for a month to set, then you know that gives me time to track down a couple of heads and all that, get my eye surgery. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm shooting for Wichita to get that, you know. But yeah, yep. It's not meant to be permanent, I don't think, but. I mean, that's what everybody uses in them little headline cracks and stuff like that. And, you know, it could last 100 miles. It could last 10,000 miles or 100,000 miles. It just depends on the crack and everything. So, but having new head gaskets and everything on it, it helps it a lot better. It's got a lot better chance of being all right. Man, I just like a good sativa from back in the day. Anything that gets into the indica, I'll smoke it. I'll take a hit or two, you know, and a couple hours later I'll take a hit or two. But I won't smoke it like I will a nice sativa because it, yeah. Who's taking all my messages away? Even while I'm answering them. Oh, yeah. Man, you know what I miss? I miss the good old creep weed that we used to get. You get a bag of creep weed, and you wouldn't know it at first. Me and my cousin, we'd be there, and we'd clean it, get the album cover, take a couple seeds out, whatever, clean it, smoke it, be drinking a low and brow, and thinking whether we got a buzz or not. One of them, do I or do I not have a buzz? You feel a little bit, but you're not sure what you feel. So it was like, hey, why don't you roll another one? And about the time you get it clean and start to lick the paper, you're like, fuck. And you throw it back down. I don't need none. It would just smack the shit out of you out of nowhere. About like 10, 15 minutes later, it would just come and just knock that shit right out of you. You'd be, damn, I'm stoned. Good old creep weed. No, I don't know anything about the John Go. You're absolutely right. I ain't gonna say I lie, that I do. Right on, no problem. Heck, oh, never mind. I was looking at something else. Sorry about that. Yeah, I don't like hydroponics. I'm not into hydroponics. If that's all I can get, sure, I'm going to smoke it. Oh, I know we live under a dome. It's called the firmament. I don't think it. I know it. The Disney logo even shows it to me. The old maps before the 30s show me it. Everything shows me the ice wall. It shows me we're on a flat earth. Go look at the book of Enoch. It'll tell you. The Bible tells you about the four corners at each end of the earth and whatnot. You can't have corners on a globe. NASA, never a straight answer. Oh, yeah, I know we're on a flat earth. What's that got to do with hydroponics and weed? Hydroponics says that they can grow better than their creator, and bullshit. Bullshit. My weed was so much more pleasant and better to smoke in the 70s than any of this shit. Some of it's a little more potent, but most shit, you smoke a joint and 15 minutes later, you got to smoke another blunt. And some of it looks so good, you get high looking at it, but you smoke it and you lost that high like, man, that's dog shit. A lot of this stuff's just bred for speedy grow and profit. The weed store? Are you talking about a dispensary? Because, see, there's lots of smoke shops that sell weed now that call themselves dispensaries and weed shops. But here's the thing. If they're selling THCA, they are selling regular weed. They are. Because they're telling the truth. They're the only ones telling the truth. Every plant grown is THCA until heat is applied. Then it becomes THC. Yeah. When you say there's a lot more to it than THC, yeah. It's one of the most beneficial plants that we have on Earth, medically, health-wise, food-wise, clothing-wise, hemp plastic, hemp paper, hemp fuel. Did you know Henry Ford ran 40,000 cars on 10,000 gallons of fuel? The Model T was the hemp engine. Oh, did they forget to tell you, teach you that shit in school? Yeah. Reach out and research people. And the first thing I researched is he didn't stutter. He gave us every herb-bearing seed. I don't tell people to smoke pot. We all should be eating it. Every one of us should be eating the plant. And when he made that plant, he did a wonderful thing. He put a force field on it. He damn sure did. Every one of them plants, no matter what THC you claim it has no THC. None. It has THCA, but once you apply heat, you get THC. You broke the force field, you release the THC, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, now you know the truth about THCA and THC. And the truth that nobody belongs in jail for weed. Simply sign the petition at 420gym.com. Or you can do it there. You can't spell healthcare without THC. You can't spell pharmacy without harm. You know what I mean? And that just be the facts, Jack. Well, I'm getting ready to get out of here, folks. I've got another live to do on YouTube at 420 and then my 7 o'clock on YouTube tonight. TikTok at 420, YouTube tonight. So let me get out of here and get ready for them, get my dogs fed, all the crap that I need to do in between. Oh, absolutely, absolutely, Aaron. I love that. I love that. They should free every nonviolent prisoner, period. But definitely the, our cannabis prisoners, long time gone. But see, they got that prison for profit bullshit. And that's why they don't want to let go federally on the marijuana. It's a damn shame. Hey, I do YouTube at noon and at 7 p.m. Central Time. Please join me there. But the main thing, go to 420gym.com. Click on the petition. Read it. If you agree, click on it and share it. We got to get that first 1,000 before it goes mainstream or anything, So help me get that first 1,000. You don't have to donate to it. Scroll up and put no thanks, I'd rather share. Sending that petition money before it hits 1,000 people, don't do a damn thing. So please sign it and share it. If you like my message and what I do, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell, put the notifications on so when I go live, you'll know. You can catch me, like I say, at noon and 7 pretty much every day. Over on TikTok at 420 here in just a little bit. They are satellites in the sky, and they're held in place with helium, just like they were put up there with helium. They weren't put up there in a rocket. NASA, never a straight answer. Peace, love, and cannabis for all. One team, one dream, united we stand, and if we try, folks, we could all get along. My dogs love you, I love you, most of all, Jesus loves you. Have a wonderful afternoon. Hope to see y'all back here at 7 p.m. Peace out, y'all.